You know when you wake up in the middle of the night and you need something to eat? You need a quick bite, something that's going to fill your belly and take not much time to cook. This is a great one. This is my pasta with burnt butter and a little bit of garlic. It's going to be great because it will keep the vampires away. Garlic is one of the most important things, but the other most important things is butter. Now, the butter I'm using is Australian butter. It's organic, and the cows that eat the green grass make this delicious butter. And the most important thing, it's an Australian-owned company. And you can see I pop it straight into the pan like that. Now, I'm using unsalted butter, but you can use salted butter. It just depends on what you like. Now, I've got some garlic here, and I've got plenty of it. And as I said, I'm scared of vampires. Got to make sure those vampires don't come anywhere near me. So plenty of garlic is the best way to do it. A little breathe out the window, and they won't come through that door. Now, I like to crush it like this, and when you crush the garlic, you'll see all the oils come out of it. And I'm just smashing it so that when it cooks in the butter and cooks nice and slowly and sizzles away, that strong garlic flavour mixed with the butter will be delicious. You can see the pan's nice and hot, and I just smooth that butter around, and you can see it bubbling away. That's what I'm looking for. As the butter separates, you get a little bit of that brown that's coming to it, and that gives you that nutty flavour, which is really, really good. I like to add some sage at this point, and you've got to be careful with sage because it is quite strong and you don't want to add too much of it. So I grab 5 or 6 leaves like this, tear them up and throw them straight on, and then swirl the pan around like this. You can see my pasta's not far away, so this comes together really, really quickly. And that's the beauty of a dish like this. Pasta in the pot and a few simple ingredients. The butter gives it all the flavour, a little bit of garlic in there and some sage, and you've got a cracking meal. Now, I've also got some other herbs here that I'm going to throw in, which is some chives, and I cut them nice and coarsely like this, so it comes together beautifully, and of course some parsley. They say parsley balances out the strong flavour of the garlic, so I'm only going to add a little bit of this because I love the flavour of that garlic and the butter together. Now, what I'm looking for is the butter to foam away as it separates. That's what gives out the flavour, and that's what makes it delicious. And you can see in here a little bit of that brownness. Perfect. Now, if you think it's cooking too quickly, you can always add a little bit of butter or just take it off the heat, whatever you want to do. But I'm in control here, and it's all happening beautifully. So in goes the herbs. Listen to that sizzle and that pop. That's what it's all about. And then it's a matter of grabbing the pasta out. Bring the pan over, and then grab that spaghetti and pop it straight into the pan. I want to use some of that water as well that comes out of the pot because that helps to give the pasta a little bit of shine. That's the sauce. It's a real simple dish. Now, all I need to do is grab a nice amount of salt on there, which makes it delicious, and a good twist of pepper. Now, what I've done is I've taken the pasta out just before it cooks so it soaks up that butter. That's the flavour in here, and that's what I'm looking for. It smells amazing, and the butter just coats every single little bit of that pasta. And you can see I've got that brown nuttiness around the outside there as well. It looks good and smells good, and it's just about ready to serve up. That's how quick it is. Now, I'm going to use my nice big fancy fork, and I grab some of the spaghetti like this and twist it around until I get a nice big chunk of it. If you want to be nice and fancy, you can grab it like this and pop it onto your plate. See, you get a nice big column, or what I like to do is just grab a whole heap of this and pop it on the top of it. And then lots of those herbs in here as well, and that's looking like a great little pasta dish that's going to fill my belly in the middle of the night. But we need a little bit of cheese on top, some pecorino, parmesan, tasty, whatever cheese you have in the fridge, grate some of that on top, and that helps to bring it all together. And then look at that, tap, 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 we're ready to go. Now, you've got to taste it to know if it's delicious, but I've been doing this for a long time. One of my favourite dishes in the entire world, so I know it's going to taste good. I'll turn it around like this and pick it up. Your smell is the most important sense, and believe me, the smell of this is fantastic. Buttery, herby, lots of goodness in here. That's fantastic, and I know this will keep me full for the next hour at least.